What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today I'm gonna be reacting to FBG King Op Wooski, Chiraq's Deadliest GD that haunted the ops. Facts. So y'all know about Wooski, man. He made that little computers remix. I actually had reacted to what's that called? Had reacted to the little breakdown joint of like everybody he was dissing within that song. I've been heard the song itself, obviously, but that was the first time I had heard the little breakdown video or seen the breakdown video of like all the people he was dissing. I knew about most of them, but some of them were new for real. But yeah, we about to see what's to this for real truth. Yeah, this dude be dropping some bangers. Insider hotspot. But yeah, I'll probably react to more of his videos in the future. But well, in the future. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this for real. I'm about to get straight into it. Hundo.
Wooski, Dooski, Boosie. Y'all know how to
This there go Mima as usual.
so shit, man.
You can't see PDK until on BK. That joint was really a banger. I don't know. I don't think he had the best computers. I think low key Herb did for real, for real. Truth. But his was like probably the second best. His in Montana's at 300s.
Chicago police are trying to figure out who shot 6 people outside a funeral this afternoon.
I'm like a veteran. Wooski got shot, now
I'm
he
taking
I was in
medicine.
my house, I was
Anyway,
cleaning
PDK.
up, and at first I heard like maybe 5 to 8 gunshots and called my neighbor and confirmed it. Then after that, it was just like a hailstorm of gunshots. It was at least 40 to 50 shots.
What up?
Yeah, they was trying to get that boy so bad, man. Wooski's still alive, though. He definitely a real veteran out here.
Back with the real. You know what's the deal. Things have been hot in Chiraq with the talk being about Quando Rondo. Now that his homie Lil Tum, who ended Von's life, is out on bail. R.I.P. Von. But in all this heat, there still is the one man that was the main op with Von while he was still living. His name is known in the trenches, and his connections run deep in the streets. He's known as King Op, FBG Wooski, and his title came with how dangerous he was to his ops like...
Ah,
only wish the
damn, why? Hold on, y'all. I gotta go back. There was a...
sad, yet kind of gains respect to see the world some are forced to grow up in. All this heat, there still is the one man that was the main op with Von while he was still living. His name is known in the trenches, and his connections run deep in the streets. He's known as King Op, FBG Wooski, and his title came with how dangerous he was to his ops like Von. Today,
Yeah, they was definitely sworn enemies.
we're gonna dive into his life and why he's considered such a savage that strikes fear in his ops. So how does a kid coming into the world, innocent, pure, become someone that can pull the trigger without hesitation, taking a life, running the streets, and tormenting people to the point where they'd hit up a funeral to get him? Well, I asked myself the same
It's
thing,
all about the environment, man, and the people you surround yourself with.
and the truth is both sad, yet kind of gains respect to see the world some are forced to grow up in. While many believe Wooski's home was always 63rd and Lawrence, he was actually from the very place that he haunted with his savagery. Him and his big bro, Big Mike, lived in Parkway Gardens, a section of Wick City and O Block. Crazy thing.
That's the funniest thing if y'all didn't know. Like, Vaughn really from Killer Ward, but Wooski really from O Block. And Killer Ward is actually a GD set, while O Block was obviously a BD set. So Vaughn and Wooski really is technically like you know, opposite. They both kind of flipped in a way. Yeah, that's a wild like fun fact if y'all didn't know. Wooski really from a BD set, which is O Block, and Vaughn really from a GD set, which is Killer Ward.
Thing to note here that plays a huge
But obviously they put in like obviously more work, and you know that's their main thing is like Wooski, STL, Vaughn, O Block. But originally that's where they from is Killer Ward and O Block.
part. What molded Wooski was that his brother was a BD and Wooski was a GD. Might seem strange from the outside, but in these streets, that's nothing new. Because Big Mike had love for his little bro Wooski.
GD and BD was one of the same, so it's not even that crazy for real.
He stood as the force that kept him safe in the streets, even after linking with the other side. Wooski started clicking up with the STL EBT, who had a heavy beef with Wick City. At this point, you probably thinking why switch sides like that, because dudes don't play. Wooski, from a young age, was in the streets and had
You got Dutchy, Duck, Young, Kyle, Wooski, and I don't know the last dude. Comment below if y'all knew who that is. I don't know who that dude is. But yeah.
Savage in his blood. Bro even started rocking with FBG, getting close to Duck and Tuka. RIP to them both.
Wooski got a big ass head. I ain't gonna cap.
Wooski would begin adopting beef with his new associates, often targeting TYMB. He would avoid beefing with Wick City because of his brother. Really seems like even on opposite ends, their blood ties meant more than the gang code. This, however, was soon to change. Wooski was still dipping Wick City with STL, but never on Merkin. Brawls might break out, but the guns never came out. That was until him and some STL members had an altercation one time, and Reezy from Wick City would lose his life. That was already bad, but what made it worse were rumors that Wooski, very young at the time, was a trigger man. And at that point, any
They said allegedly, but I heard it was actually somebody else. I don't know how true that is or not, dude.
his big bro would provide was lost. He officially became a top priority for retaliation from a bunch of ops and had to move out of O Block. This would make him even tighter with STL as they took him in. Wooski would end up aiming his firearm towards the place he once lived, and a feud between the two set. Wooski never made light of the situation. In a tweet made by Wooski back then, it could be seen how serious things got. This back and forth would lead to him and King Von becoming enemies. The fire under this was fueled when Wooski was a trigger man behind the Merkin of Von's homie Platoon. Unable to personally catch Wooski, Von would get the next best thing at the time. Wooski's cousin
Modell, they confirmed that basically, like, whenever Von died, people tweeted about R.I.P. Modell and all that. So, like, that's how you know when somebody really did something, for real. If people's posting, like, all these R.I.Ps, like, when somebody died, like, I seen R.I.P. K.I., Modell, Malcolm, all of them. So that's how you know Von's joint was, like, really official. Saying it wasn't just some YouTube rumors and stuff. Because sometimes these videos that make these body channels and all that, they be very inaccurate. But the Von ones, like, it would turn out, I guess, at least 80% of it was accurate. Saying, like, Malcolm, Modell, K.I., and P5, I guess. But, yeah. Because they tweeted, everybody tweeted about that, like the ops, they had, like his ops, they had tweeted RIP all of them and stuff. Like them specific names. I seen it with my own eyes, but yeah.
The events painted a dark scene, showing just how hungry Von was for revenge. He would not only murk Modell, but leave his cousin with bullet holes. So much so that doctors said
like they family members and stuff.
Picked him up. Luckily, Miles somehow survived, confined to a wheelchair.
Yeah, see, he was one of the dudes on God. He was one of the dudes that tweeted it. Miles, he tweeted RIP Modell whenever Von died.
Von accomplished what he came to do, and Modell. This would set things in motion that intensified their beef even more. Not only towards Von, but Wooski was out for all his ops. Wooski and STL EBC were sliding on the O, and the O was sliding back. It was an endless game of cat and mouse. Through it, Von and Wooski seemed to develop respect for each other, even as rivals. They would go back and forth on Twitter like it was nothing. It's crazy how calm and jokingly they act with so much bad intent in their mind for the other.
Going back and forth, he said y'all don't be at such a sweet no more. Of course, that mama is storable. Y'all don't be at Mud's place no more. Damn, that's way back in 2012. That's when Chief Keef had blew up.
He would tally scores in public with Von about the stats for who has the most bodies, like it was nothing. What happened next?
Really debating about how many people y'all killed. That John, that's why I'd be extra wild in Chicago. Them boys do not care.
Things upside down. Remember Wooski's big bro, Big Mike? He would murk a dude by the name of Malcolm Stuckey with King Von in 2014. This would be the hit that got both him and Von booked with the first degree hit.
Big Mike ratted, straight rat.
Of attempted hits. This hit home for Wooski. Seeing even his bro now turning against him. Wooski's heart was getting closer to human life. Wooski's ops would have a field day on his gang when he was missing in action from 2015 to 2017, having been in the pen on a gun charge. Wooski would soon get his payback upon his release. The tables were turned. It was now Von who was on the inside fighting his case. Wooski and a couple STL EBT members would catch HK, the headshot king, from the O slipping while spinning the block for ops. HK would try to run, but was murked before being able to escape, with multiple shots about his body.
See, that's another one I heard that was untrue. People were saying that was actually like his own, like around their own hood, like a BD that had killed him. Even Jaro City has said that, like a BD had killed HK or whatever. Like it wasn't even STL and all that. But yeah.
Was out for blood, and every pull of the trigger emptied a bit of his rage and pain. Wooski was now bumped further up the priority list for his ops, and he was becoming too much of a threat that was fearless in the streets. Wooski would send hints online saying that Von was next to go.
Or that HK pack.
This attracted the attention of Von's homies, who were ready to move for Wooski for his disrespect and place the bag on his head.
You already know, man. Wooski, keep my little cousin name out your mouth.
Who is that?
Talking about niggas ain't dying, niggas. I'm a King Von, nigga. That's my blood, nigga.
That's King Von's cousin.
But Wooski, being the Chiraq savage he is, didn't give a damn and continued to hunt his ops, even coming to their own hood.
We out right now. Them boys running.
He said them boys running.
Out here. 600. They run. There's some hoes on Tuka.
Bro was a different breed. Wooski was building confidence in his street authority, even going as far as claiming his invented op blocks like TYMB.
Yeah, that low key. Some of that, yeah, that might all be true for real, for real. Cause they said KI killed OD, and Jaro City dude killed D thing. He's locked up for that body, so that's 100% true. That first one, if you want to count Jaro City with STL and all that. Then O Block, like I said, KI, TYMB. I don't know who did that, but I'm pretty sure it was somebody from STL. People were saying and stuff. So yeah, that could be all true.
O Block and D Block.
O Block. What else? What 600 call themselves? On Tuka, we ain't been a D Block. That goofy ass D thing shit. What else? What else? What else y'all want to go to? Who talking about? Who else want to say something? TYM, we invented that.
But this still wasn't enough torment to satisfy his hatred.
TYMB invented Tukaville though, so that was like back and forth for real. Cause they made TYMB Ty, killed Ty, then they killed Tuka. TYMB killed Tuka, made Tukaville / STO.
For his ops. In January 2018, he dropped a video for the diss track Computers Remix. The track shot up to popularity, highlighting Wooski over the beat, disrespecting fallen homies, and violating his ops and rapping about hits he's done. This only incited more rage, and his ops wasn't gonna stand for it. They would slide on Mob Dusky the man, leaving him in a pool of blood.
Dang, RP Dusky, man, that boy was hard. I ain't gonna cap. I wanted him to like make it for real. I don't know why. Like, bro, it was definitely hard. He had a lot of energy. I ain't gonna cap. My top ones out of the dudes that like passed away from the drill scene is Pappy, LA, Vaughn, Newski, Duck, and Dusky. Under them is my top 6.
With a shot to the head. Dusky
Other than that, I don't think everybody was that hard that died for real. I mean, you had like Kappa and stuff like that. Lil Fredo, he was alright. But not all of them was hard. Sometimes people be hyping niggas up that die and stuff. Like, to me, they wasn't all hard. It was mostly just like them 6 for real. I ain't gonna cap.
Respected and connected in the streets, and Wooski's ops knew how much he meant to him. The plot that nearly claimed Wooski's life was set in motion. Dusky.
No, I forgot Shooter Shells. Definitely forgot Shooter Shells. So yeah, my top 7 then. Definitely Pappy, LA, Vaughn, Newski, Duck, Shooter Shells, and Dusky. 100. Definitely my top 7. That passed away. You know what I mean? Not overall, just out of the ones that passed away.
His funeral created the perfect opportunity for Get Back in full effect. But Get Back was on the minds of both sides because
Yeah, they
Wooski's
got
crew
back for
was heated up
Dusky
with
super fast. Like, that was within less than a day.
Dusky's hit. The clock was ticking, but Von and them wasn't playing around. They had everything mapped out and was so confident in their retaliation that Von and E-Dog FaceTimed Wooski the day before the funeral and promised they had a surprise for him.
We gon' surprise. You talking about tonight. We gon' surprise, bro.
The
He
day
said,
arrived,
"We gon'
Woosie's
surprise,
ops
bruh."
made good on their promise. All hell broke loose. October 2018, bullets would rain down on the funeral, and Woosie would collect a shot to the head. Rugal, who was present, would describe the chaotic scene.
To be honest, I kind of felt like something, you know what I'm saying, funny was gonna happen.
That was his gut feeling. Ruger still got access of his gut feeling. A lot of people, if y'all don't know, they start to lose insight of their gut feeling. too much stuff go on, so they not really connected with the spiritual side. That's what the gut feeling is connected to. But Ruga, you could tell he's smarter than most people just by the way he raps. Even like dude got more bars than most people from the drill scene for real. But yeah, under.
Real shit. It's off the strength, like, that's Dooski. Like, yeah. Whenever you mention Dooski, you better mention the
Yeah,
movie.
that too, true. Dusky, under.
We've learned a little bit more about the victims this afternoon. There were a total of 6 people who were shot outside the church. It was a pandemonium, a scene of pandemonium right after that happened. Many of those people who were shot were leaving a funeral inside the church.
That shit so fucked up. Oh my god, they shot this man in his head.
That's super shot. Damn, they really want him that bad. They'd go to shoot up somebody's funeral, dude.
Shot him in the head, G. At the fucking funeral. Oh my god.
By some miracle, Wooski would survive, but Von was still rejoicing, finally catching him lacking.
You see him? I'm gonna follow him. I ain't gonna lie, he ain't been the same.
Vaughn was the funniest for real. I ain't gonna cap. Him and Pappy was probably the funniest from the drill scene. And Tato funny as well for real too.
He don't talk shit no more, nothing. I don't know what the fuck.
The talk was that Wooski had been taken out, but Duck, Wooski's close homie, would dispel all rumors of Wooski's demise. Wooski was a fighter for real, and during rehab to regain his motor skills, his health deteriorated, but getting back to his old self.
Facts, not too many surviving a headshot, no cap.
What you mean? Fuck, I'm cheap. What you mean? What makes you think I'm cheap?
Before long, he was on his feet turning up with the game. Sadly, Von loses his life on November 6, 2020, in an altercation with Quando Rondo. Wooski wasted no
That's
time.
still so crazy to me. Like, damn, Vaughn really went on like that, surviving all that stuff in Chicago just to get killed by some random dude named Timothy down Atlanta. That wasn't even like no main ops. It was probably over some petty stuff, but shit.
Dissing his op as a send-off to his grave.
You say who that is in my blunt? A whole lot of Parkway Garden ass niggas.
Yeah, this was
Wooski has been
funny
laying
as
low
hell.
since, trying to make a full recovery. After all, he took a shot to the head. It's crazy he's still even functioning back to normal. This near-grave experience hasn't stopped him from still
Wooski
being
really a street legend, no cap. He been out here since a jit. A young
He recently
bull,
got
real
right
young
back to
bull.
things, dropping tracks against his ops.
That song was ass. I ain't gonna cap. It sounded like very lazy. I ain't gonna lie.
One thing for certain, he's earned his street cred. It might lead to his end, but his title as King Op isn't trolling nor capping. Could only wish the best for him in the streets, and that he chooses to pursue music fully and leave a street life behind. Nothing but losses in that life, man. Until the next one, be safe, y'all. I'm out.
Yep, that's the end of the video, though, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about that joint for real, man. A lot of things took place in all this entire drill scene. And Wooski, he was there, low key, from the beginning. You know what I mean? When drill really first started to pop off. If y'all heard, I think Bars a Cloud or whatever, way back then, Lil J had shouted him out like Wooski, song. He said free Wooski, something like that. So yeah, bro, been like known, like definitely one of the top dudes from that side. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this for real. And you know, any video you might want to do next. As y'all see on that screen, they got that Melly joint right there. I probably do that in the future for real. See what's to that. But yeah, definitely make sure y'all let me know for real. And there's another thing I forgot to say, but basically how it says Deadliest GD, it's like hell nah, bro. There's no way he the Deadliest GD. That's just somebody that y'all know about for real. That's like popping. He's probably the most deadly popping GD maybe. But there be low key dudes that got way more bodies and all that, did way more dirt than any of these people that y'all know about for real. There was actually a dude that nobody knew about at first, and he was a GD, and it was confirmed that he had 10 bodies. Like, the police knew it and all that. They had the picture up. I think it was like, he might have been from OBN or something. I forget his name, but yeah, the dude was like confirmed to have 10 bodies. Wooski, he not even confirmed to have like 5 or 6. I mean, not saying this is a good thing, but in terms of this title, like that's technically an inaccurate title. Obviously, the killing, that should stop. But I'm just correcting like the title and all that. But views, name, so it's gonna be made like that. But that's just some facts for y'all that don't be believing these titles for real. But yeah, remember y'all, stay positive and have a great day. Oh yeah, and remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Hit the notification bell, man. Y'all see I be dropping daily. Big facts. Check out all my other videos too. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all next time for sure.